Hi, I'm Natasha, and this is the story of how I transitioned from a European primary school to a Chinese national one in Malaysia. Back in 2007, my family moved to Taiwan for 1.5 years, during which my sister and I got enrolled in Taipei European School, and it was a really nice school. Some things I remember from that school: we had a whole day of class dedicated to making pizzas, and we had many educational field trips. This was when we went to some clay museum, and look, I made that. As you can probably tell, the school here had a more relaxed curriculum, and that is because they implement holistic education. In short, holistic education engages all aspects of the student: the mind, the body, and the spirit. So some say it is a more well-rounded form of education. Then, when we came back to Malaysia, I was enrolled in a Chinese national school, and the difference was astonishing. First of all, from being surrounded by a mostly English-speaking community to suddenly a Chinese-speaking one was very overwhelming. Even though I am Chinese, and we did have Chinese language classes in the European school, it was very basic Chinese, and when I first came back to Malaysia, well, for a lack of a better word, my Chinese was trash. The first few months consisted of me silently sitting in my seat, unable to talk to the rest of my classmates. Thankfully, I picked up the language pretty quick and managed to make some friends by the end of the year. Then there was the matter of getting accustomed to the learning style here. See, in Taiwan, homework was very minimal, and my extracurriculars consisted of ballet classes and swimming lessons. In Malaysia, we went home every day with a mountain of homework, and after school, I had to attend multiple tuition classes just so I could keep up. As you can probably tell, I did not like the Chinese national school at first. I had fun in the European school, but here, all I got was stress. However, one thing I did realize after all these years was that coming back to Malaysia was probably the best choice for me. And if you had offered me the option to go back in time and do things differently, I don't think I would accept that offer. You see, I probably would have assimilated to the European culture if I had stayed there and grown up not fully knowing what my origin culture was. I mean, there's only so much your parents can tell you, and when you grow up in a community mostly surrounded by other cultures, you start to assimilate to that culture instead of your own. This is not to say I regret going to the European school. In fact, I do appreciate having had the opportunity to experience how a typical school in Europe is like. It also made me more aware of my interactions with people of different cultures and helped me gain a deeper understanding of the European culture. But I still think it is important to me that I grow up knowing my own culture before learning other people's culture, so that I can develop a strong sense of self-identity.